What if the reality you experience is not a fixed entity, but a malleable substance shaped by the very words you utter? What if, hidden within those words, lies an ancient power to completely rewrite your life? It may seem unbelievable, but the power to sculpt your reality, to orchestrate the very fabric of your existence, lies within the intentional use of your language, a profound truth lost to the ages, but now rediscovered for you. Ancient texts whisper of the power of focused speech, a practice where words imbued with conviction can actually shape the world around you. And this isn't some fanciful New Age notion. Rather, it's a core element found throughout the ancient world, employed by those who understood the unseen forces that govern our experience. The world, as you know it, is merely a reflection of your inner world, a mirror reflecting the beliefs you hold and the emotions you cultivate, the very essence of how you perceive the world. This isn't about wishful thinking or chasing fleeting desires. It's about reclaiming the steering wheel of your life, consciously shaping the direction of your destiny. The application of these principles is not about minor adjustments to your current situation, but about charting a new course, creating a completely new trajectory for your existence. The knowledge you are about to gain will fundamentally alter your understanding of how your reality is formed. You may have been unknowingly using this ancient word against yourself, speaking unintentional language that creates unwanted outcomes. Now you will learn how to wield this power for your benefit. The most powerful instrument for change doesn't exist outside of you. It's embedded within the very thoughts and feelings that shape your perception of existence. Your subconscious mind, the silent architect of your life, is an operating system, and your beliefs are the software it runs. If this software is corrupted by limiting beliefs and old programming, then it will be impossible to create the experiences you truly desire. The ancient word is not some singular phrase or mystical incantation. Instead, it is the focused intention and the emotional intensity behind the language that you choose to use. It is the energetic force you apply to the words that truly holds the power. The key to manifestation is aligning your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs so that they resonate with the desired experience, and your feelings are the bridge that connects your thoughts to your physical experience. Imagine your thoughts as seeds, your feelings as the fertile soil they are planted in, and your beliefs as the water that allows them to take root and grow, manifesting into your lived reality. The universe doesn't respond to what you want, but rather to who you believe yourself to be. It's not about forcing or wishing for your desired reality. Rather, it is about embodying the state of being as though it already exists, creating the experience from that state. But now, let me ask you this. What if you could control reality not by doing, but by being? What if the power to manifest your desires was not about chasing external outcomes, but by mastering your internal state? The world is searching for the missing key in their manifestation efforts, yet the answer has been hidden within the language they have been using all along. There is a specific sequence to implementing this ancient word into your life, a step-by-step process that will lead to transformative results, and you will learn all of them. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what this ancient word is, but you will also have a practical method that you can implement into your life, starting tonight, unlocking a new level of personal power and a completely new understanding of your world that you never thought possible. So, the ancient word, as you might be starting to realize, isn't some forgotten incantation or a secret phrase passed down through generations. It's not something you seek externally, but rather a power you cultivate internally, the focused intention and the emotional alignment you bring to your chosen words. It's the deliberate act of choosing your internal state. Think about this. The same words spoken with different intentions can manifest completely different realities. Imagine someone saying, "I am rich," while their heart is gripped by fear and doubt, versus another person saying the exact same words with an unwavering belief and a feeling of abundance that runs through their veins. The words are identical, but the realities they create will be worlds apart. The first person is likely to attract more of what they fear, while the second will magnetize opportunities and abundance. This highlights the truth that it's not the words themselves that hold the power, but the energy, the feeling, the intention behind them. This is where your true control over reality begins, by understanding that the real power is within you, and your internal state determines the experience you will have. It's about taking the steering wheel of your life from the subconscious autopilot and consciously choosing where you are going and how you are going to get there. Now, let's dive deeper into the idea that intention is the architect of your reality. Every thought, every word, carries a specific energetic signature, a unique frequency that vibrates out into the universe. Your subconscious mind, like a highly sensitive receiver, is always listening, picking up on these vibrations and translating them into your physical experience. Think of it like tuning a radio. Your mind is the tuner, and your intention and feeling are the specific channel you are selecting. If your thoughts and emotions are tuned to lack, you'll inevitably attract experiences that mirror that lack. However, when you intentionally focus your thoughts and feelings on abundance, peace, and joy, you begin to align with those realities. It's a shift in frequency, a deliberate choice to tune into the experiences that you truly desire. This is the core of the ancient word, a conscious understanding that you are always broadcasting, and what you broadcast will determine the reality you receive. So the question becomes, what channel are you currently tuned into, and what would you rather be tuned into? But here's where it gets even more interesting. The emotional charge behind your words is far more potent than the words themselves. Your feelings are the bridge that connects your thoughts to your physical reality. If there is an inner conflict, meaning you are saying one thing but feeling another, then manifestation is blocked. For example, someone can desperately want abundance in their life, repeating affirmations of wealth and success. But if they are feeling a deep-seated sense of lack and unworthiness, then they will only continue to attract experiences that mirror that feeling. It's not about the words you use to manifest what you desire. Rather, it is about the feelings you carry and the beliefs that you hold. If your inner state is in conflict with what you say, then the conflict will always win. This method is designed to create harmony between your inner and outer states, ensuring that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are all aligned with the reality you wish to experience. The goal is to create emotional congruence, and this process begins with the intention to be aligned with the feeling of your desire. And so, we come back to that powerful pattern, the unwavering connection between your inner states and your outer experiences, the core tenet that the ancient word is designed to activate. By deliberately choosing the thoughts and feelings that you internalize, you become the architect of your own reality, the master of your own experience. Imagine a house. Your thoughts are the blueprint, the vision you hold in your mind of what you want to create. Your feelings are the construction, the act of bringing that blueprint into the physical world. The words you speak, especially those that are infused with intention and feeling, become the tools that you use to assemble your reality. When your thoughts, feelings, and words are aligned, the house begins to materialize, taking shape exactly as you've designed. It's this internal consistency that allows for creation to come into the physical, and it all begins with your internal state. Now let's look at the subconscious mind, the fertile ground where this ancient word takes root. Your subconscious is like a vast, untamed garden, ready to grow whatever seeds you plant. The repeated thoughts and emotions that you consistently experience become the seeds, and your beliefs are the roots that hold them in place. If you consistently think thoughts of limitation, unworthiness, and fear, then these seeds will grow into the reality that you experience. But when you choose to consistently plant seeds of abundance, confidence, and peace, then the garden of your mind will become a source of endless prosperity. This is why the nightly practice, which we will soon explore, is so powerful. The subconscious mind accepts whatever is repeated, whether positive or negative, and that is why consistency is so critical when trying to reprogram these deeply embedded beliefs. What seeds are you planting, and how are you nurturing the garden of your mind? But beliefs are not static entities. They are patterns of thought that have solidified over time through repetition, and these patterns are continuously reinforced by your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's like a river carving a path. The more water that flows through the same channel, the deeper and more defined it becomes. Your beliefs are the same way. Every time you think a thought or experience an emotion that aligns with one of your beliefs, you are making that belief stronger, reinforcing it, and solidifying it deeper into your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, for example, that you are not good enough, that thought will continue to reinforce the belief that you are unworthy. However, the great news is this: because these patterns are created through repetition, this means that your subconscious mind is always open to reprogramming. You can change those old, limiting patterns by consistently choosing thoughts, feelings, and actions that are in alignment with a new and more empowered you. This is where the power of repetition and consistency comes in, because this transformation requires time and commitment. Overriding old, deeply ingrained belief systems is not something that will happen overnight. Rather, it's a continuous process of consistently choosing new thoughts and feelings. Think of it like carving a new path in the forest. At first, the path will be very difficult to see. It will be overgrown, and it might even be challenging to move forward. But the more you walk the same path, the clearer and easier it will become. Eventually, it will become the only path you recognize. The nightly practice that I will be sharing with you is designed to create these new, more empowered pathways within your subconscious mind. This practice is not designed as a quick fix, but rather a consistent method to rewire the brain and plant new empowering beliefs that serve you. Therefore, let's revisit the power of the inner to outer experiences, adding the critical element that repetition creates the foundation for your beliefs. This means that by using the ancient word, by choosing thoughts and feelings that align with the desired outcome and repeating them consistently, you are planting new beliefs into your subconscious. These beliefs will then shape your reality. It's like the river carving a new path over time. The repeated thoughts, feelings, and words act as the water that shapes your mind. Over time and with consistency, the ancient word becomes the new channel through which your reality flows. You are, in essence, rerouting the river of your subconscious mind, creating a new path and a new destination for your life. And the more consistent you are, the deeper and faster this new pathway will form. Now, before we dive into the specifics of the nightly practice, let's talk about the importance of having a quiet mind and why this is such an overlooked element. If your mind is restless, if it is filled with constant noise and distractions, then new beliefs will struggle to take root. Imagine trying to plant a seed in a field that is full of weeds and rocks. The seed will struggle to survive. Inner stillness is critical for creating the space for new beliefs to grow. Think of it like a glass of muddy water. The more you stir it up, the cloudier it will become. It is only when the water is still that the sediment will settle and the water will become clear. A quiet mind creates the clarity necessary for new beliefs to form. It removes the chaos and allows you to hear the wisdom of your soul. The nightly practice will be most effective when implemented in a state of stillness and focus. And here's a critical component. We must expand on the idea of the importance of emotions. The feeling that you have as if the desired outcome has already materialized is the key to this practice. It's not just about repeating words or thoughts. It's about embodying that feeling and allowing it to resonate within your body. This is how you truly become a magnet for what you desire. The nightly practice is designed to help you connect with this feeling state, and the closer you are to this state, the faster your manifestation will occur. The goal is to create a deep, visceral connection with the outcome, where it feels so real to you that it is simply a matter of time before it shows up in the physical world. To connect with this feeling, imagine yourself already living the desired experience. What would it feel like? How would you move? How would you interact with the world? Step into this version of yourself and feel it as if it is already so. And if you look to ancient traditions, you'll find that they understood the importance of practicing these methods at the end of the day. When you are preparing to enter into sleep, your conscious mind begins to quiet, and the subconscious mind becomes more receptive to new programming, creating a perfect opportunity to plant the seeds of your desired experience. This isn't just a nice idea, but rather a practice steeped in ancient wisdom that understood the science of the mind, even before modern science had caught up. The ancient Egyptians, for example, would often use visualization practices before sleep, understanding the power of the subconscious to create their reality. This is not just a random recommendation, it's the strategic timing that increases the potency of the practice. So, with that in mind, the method that I am about to share with you is deceptively simple, but the key to its power lies in what you do right before you sleep. It's an often overlooked element that makes all the difference. The next step is critical to understand before implementing the practice, and if you stay with me here, I will reveal this to you so that you can begin your journey to controlling your reality. This is where you take back the control that you have always had, but you may have not been aware of. This is how you use the ancient word to change the experience of your reality for good. Now, let's get into the specifics of the nightly practice, the method that will transform the way you interact with reality. This isn't merely about repeating words like a mantra. It's about creating a powerful ritual that engages your mind, body, and spirit. The timing of this practice is crucial, and this is why you should complete it right before you go to bed. As you start to drift off to sleep, your conscious mind begins to quiet, and your subconscious mind becomes more open and receptive to suggestion. This is your opportunity to plant seeds of intention that will take root overnight. You'll need a journal or notebook, something that is only used for this specific practice, and a pen. As you sit in a quiet place, free from distraction, begin by writing down your chosen words or affirmations. It could be, "I am abundant," "I am healthy," or "I am loved," or any other statement that resonates with your heart's desires. Focus not just on the physical act of writing, but the feeling behind the words. For instance, if you are writing, "I am wealthy," imagine what it feels like to be truly wealthy, not just in material things, but the feeling of freedom, security, and peace that comes with financial abundance. Don't just write the words, feel them as you write them. Allow this feeling to grow and expand in your body, like the warm glow of the sun spreading through your cells. This feeling, this emotional charge, is the energy that will infuse your words with life, transforming them from simple sentences into powerful creators of your experience. The power is not in the words themselves, but the energy that you bring to them. This is the key that unlocks the ancient word. Following the writing, the next step is to deeply internalize what you have written. This is where you truly begin to embody the ancient word. It's not enough to simply read the words back to yourself. You must allow them to permeate your entire being. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, allowing the feelings from the writing to become more present. Read the words slowly, feeling each one individually, as if you're savoring the most exquisite meal. Engage all of your senses as you connect with the words. If you have written, "I am healed," imagine what it would feel like to be completely healthy. See yourself moving freely, feel the energy flowing through your body, and hear the laughter and joy of being free of pain. It's like stepping into a different version of yourself, feeling as if that reality is already yours. This feeling is the bridge that connects your desire to reality. Without this emotion, the words you write will remain powerless, like seeds that have been planted in barren soil. The feeling of "I am" creates the experience of "I am." This is the subtle shift that creates massive change in your reality. You must create the feeling of your desire, rather than simply saying the words. Allow yourself to experience the reality now. Now, the third step is repetition, and this is where we really begin to impress these new beliefs on your subconscious mind. Repeat the words or affirmations that you wrote, both silently in your mind and out loud with your voice. Each repetition is a new seed that you are planting in the garden of your subconscious. The more you repeat it, the deeper the roots will grow. The repetition reinforces the feeling, and each time you repeat, the feeling should become even more powerful, more real, and more present in your experience. For example, if you are repeating the phrase, "I am safe," feel what it feels like to be protected, secure, and at peace in your body. As you repeat, allow that feeling to grow, becoming more and more intense with each repetition. The consistency is critical here, because the more you repeat, the stronger the new belief system will become, eventually overriding any old limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. This is not a passive act. Rather, it is an active way of creating the foundation for your desired reality, laying the groundwork for your new experience. It is the unwavering repetition that creates change, the consistent input that forms new neural pathways in the mind. So, what is the pattern we are observing here? The consistent interaction between repetition and feeling, which is the core of how we use the ancient word to create our reality. It's not simply enough to write and say the words, but to feel them, embody them, and repeat them consistently. This is the alchemy of manifestation, where thought becomes feeling, feeling becomes belief, and belief becomes reality. It's like growing a tree. The initial seed is the intention, the writing and repetition act as the water and the soil, and the feeling is the sunlight that allows it to grow. Each component is critical, and each element works in tandem with the others. This isn't just about making wishes, it's about consciously cultivating the experience you want to have. The power lies not just in the words themselves, but in the consistent application of intention and feeling, coupled with the dedication to repeatedly impress these new beliefs into the fabric of your subconscious mind. This is how you truly begin to control the experience of your reality. It all starts with you and the willingness to embody a new way of being. Now, as you embark on this journey, it's essential to address the inevitable feelings of resistance and doubt that may arise. It's normal to feel skeptical, frustrated, or even like this practice isn't working. These are not signs that you are doing anything wrong. Rather, these feelings are merely an indication that your new, empowered beliefs are beginning to challenge your old ones. Think of it like trying to push a heavy object. You might encounter resistance, and you might even feel like you want to give up. But pushing through that initial resistance is where the strength is built, and the same is true with your mindset. It's not unusual to experience thoughts like "this is too good to be true," or "I'm not sure I can do this," or even "it's just not working." These are normal responses, as you are challenging the deeply rooted patterns in your subconscious mind. Instead of giving into these doubts, understand that they are a sign of progress, a signal that you are on the verge of a breakthrough. It's like a muscle getting sore after exercise. The soreness isn't a sign to stop, but rather an indication that you are getting stronger. Understand that these feelings are just energy moving through you, and you are not beholden to them. Rather, you are the observer of them. And this leads us directly to the power of perseverance, the unwavering commitment to continue even when you feel like giving up. This is where true transformation occurs, because it's your dedication to the practice that will override any initial resistance. You're breaking down old, limiting thought patterns and building new, empowering ones in their place. This takes time, commitment, and consistency. Think of someone who is trying to learn a new skill, like playing a musical instrument or learning a new language. The beginning is always the most challenging. But if they continue to practice consistently, day after day, over time they will see significant results. It is the persistence, the consistent effort that leads to mastery. The same is true with the ancient word and your ability to shape your reality. The more you use it, the stronger you will become. Remember, you have the strength to continue, and you have what it takes to overcome these initial feelings of doubt. You have everything inside of you to create the life of your dreams, and it's the persistence that will get you there. Now, let's talk about shifting from doubt to trust, from skepticism to knowing. Understand that doubt is simply the absence of understanding, and that understanding is built through consistent action. It's not blind faith that we are seeking here, but a trust that is rooted in the knowledge of how this process works. When you understand the mechanics of manifestation, how your inner world creates your outer experience, it becomes much easier to trust the process. Think of a child who trusts their parents implicitly. They may not fully understand why their parents are making certain decisions, but their trust is unwavering. This is the same trust that you can develop in this process. Trust is not something that is given, but something that is actively cultivated through repetition and experience. If you are feeling doubt creeping in, gently remind yourself of how this method works and reconnect with the feeling of your desired outcome. This shift in perspective will gently guide you from doubt to trust, and when you operate from this place, you will find your experience shift as well. It's a slow process, but it is possible with intention. And what is the pattern? What is the thread that we continue to follow? It's that the continued commitment to the nightly practice, even when it feels challenging, is the key to building unshakable faith. This is how you transition from doubt to trust. It's not about pretending the doubt doesn't exist, but rather understanding that doubt is a natural part of the process and choosing to continue despite those feelings. Think of a sculptor who continues to chip away at the stone even though they don't see the final form yet. They have a vision in their mind, they trust in their process, and it's that persistence that allows them to create a masterpiece. And the same is true with you. When you persist, you create. So as you continue with the nightly practice, don't let doubt deter you. Rather, use that doubt as an opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to your vision and to the power you hold to shape your own reality. You are not being asked to blindly believe, but rather to engage in the consistent action that creates belief in the depths of your soul. You will get there, and it starts now. Now, let's shift our perspective and begin to explore how you might recognize the transformation that has begun. It will not always be an instantaneous or dramatic shift. As often, the changes are subtle and nuanced in the beginning. It is not always going to look exactly like you think it will, and in fact, it might look completely different than your expectations. You might begin to experience an increased feeling of peace, a deeper sense of calm, or a more confident feeling in your body. You might notice that you are less easily triggered by the things that used to bother you, or that you are approaching challenges with more clarity and focus. These inner shifts are not always something that is obvious, but they are evidence that the work you are doing is making a difference. It's like the root of a tree growing underneath the soil, unseen, but essential for its growth. So pay close attention, because the changes are happening, even if you don't see them in the external world quite yet. These shifts in your inner world are often the first signs that the ancient word is beginning to work. And these subtle changes in your inner state will begin to reflect in the external world, often in the form of synchronicities, new opportunities, and unexpected solutions that seem to come from nowhere. These are not random events. They are a direct response to your shifted energy. For instance, if you've been focusing on abundance, you might suddenly receive an unexpected job offer or a new opportunity for financial growth. If you've been focusing on health, you might come across a new wellness practice or suddenly feel motivated to take better care of yourself. These moments are the universe conspiring with your intention, showing you that the inner work you are doing is having a profound effect on the outside world. It's like the seed finally breaking through the soil after its period of incubation. So keep your eyes open, because the world is always responding to your energy and your frequency, and the more aligned you become, the more easily you will attract your desires. These moments of synchronicity are a signal that you are on the right path and that your manifestation is underway. And when you notice these changes, both subtle and obvious, it's important to embrace the transformation that is taking place. Allow yourself to fully embody the new version of you that is emerging with a deep sense of self-love and self-acceptance. This is your chance to step fully into your power and allow the new belief systems to take root within you. It's like a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. The process of transformation is not always easy, but the end result is beautiful and awe-inspiring. Allow the process to unfold and trust that you are being guided exactly as you should be. Remember, you are not just changing your circumstances, but you are transforming into the best version of yourself, and it is that transformation that is the most powerful gift of this practice. Allow yourself to expand into the highest version of yourself, because you deserve to experience that. And now, let's solidify this pattern, the consistent understanding that inner transformation creates outer shifts. Your consistent nightly practice is like planting a seed. The more you nurture that seed with intention, feeling, and repetition, the more you create the environment for that seed to grow. And as the seed begins to grow, you will begin to notice the changes in both your inner and outer worlds. It's like a mirror, reflecting your internal state back to you. The more you shift your inner world, the more your outer world will transform in response. This understanding is power. When you realize the connection between inner and outer worlds, you also understand that you have control over what you experience. It is through this consistent process that you become the architect of your reality and the master of your experience. You are creating the life that you desire, one thought, one feeling, and one night at a time. So, as we begin to bring all of this together, let's revisit some of the core principles of the ancient word. It's not just about repeating words, but it is the combination of focused intention, intense feeling, consistent repetition, and unwavering trust. These are the essential elements of the creation process, your core tools for shaping your reality. The intention is your vision, the feeling is the energy that fuels it, the repetition is the consistent application, and the trust is the acceptance that it is all unfolding exactly as it should. These elements work in harmony with one another, and when they are used consciously, they have the power to transform any aspect of your life. It's like a recipe that requires the perfect ingredients, each working in tandem with the others to create the final dish. So as you move forward, be mindful of each of these elements and how you can use them more powerfully in your practice. And now, this brings us to the core message. The power to transform your reality lies within you, and that you are responsible for the world you want to create. This isn't about external forces or hoping for things to magically change. It's about taking ownership of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and using them to deliberately craft the life you desire. You are not a passive observer, but the active creator of your experience. You have the tools, the knowledge, and the capability to step into your power. It's like an author writing their own story. You are not limited to what has happened before, but rather you can choose whatever chapter you want to create next. The power has always been yours, and now you have the knowledge of how to use it. You are not at the mercy of your circumstances. Rather, your circumstances are at the mercy of you. So I want you to step into your empowerment and begin to create the life that you desire. You have everything within you to be successful. You have the ancient word and the knowledge of how to use it. This is an invitation to truly believe in your power and to commit to the journey of transformation. The time is now to step into your greatness and to allow the incredible beauty of your soul to shine. It's like unlocking a door that has been waiting to be opened, and with this knowledge, you now hold the key. There is nothing that you cannot create when you truly believe in your ability to do so. You have the power to transform your life from the inside out. And it all begins when you chose to claim that power. And this isn't the end, but rather just the beginning of your journey. The knowledge that we have uncovered today will continue to unfold over time, revealing new levels of power and understanding that will only enhance your experience. It's a continuous journey, and each step that you take will lead to more freedom, more joy, and more abundance. So continue with your nightly practice, remain consistent with your intention, and allow this journey to unfold. The more you walk this path, the more clear it will become. Now, let's delve deeper into the nightly practice, expanding on what it truly means to internalize the ancient word. It's not enough to simply repeat words in your mind, but to feel them as a present reality, to embody them as if they are already true. Internalization isn't a passive process of mental repetition. Rather, it is an active engagement of all your senses, creating a vivid, immersive experience. Imagine, for instance, you've written, "I am confident." Instead of just reading those words, allow yourself to truly feel what confidence feels like in your body. How do you stand? How do you move? What does your day look like when you are overflowing with this feeling? Visualize your interactions with others, each moment unfolding with ease and assurance, and allow that feeling to wash through you. Feel the strength in your posture, the steadiness in your voice, the unwavering certainty in your actions, and engage each of your senses. See it, feel it, smell it, taste it, and hear it. It's about making that feeling real, not just a mental exercise, but a full-bodied experience. Engage the full power of your imagination and fully embody the feeling, and in that moment, the feeling becomes your reality. This is the critical element of the ancient word that often goes overlooked. The feeling is the key. Moving further, it is essential to recognize that this process isn't merely about feeling good in a general sense, but about connecting with a very specific emotional state that aligns with your desired outcome. It's about emotional congruence, an internal harmony where your feelings are in alignment with your goals, and where your inner world mirrors the outer experience you wish to create. Conflicting emotions, on the other hand, create resistance, like trying to drive a car with the brakes on. To illustrate, imagine someone desiring abundance while simultaneously harboring feelings of lack or unworthiness. This creates a conflict, a battle within, that dilutes the power of their intentions. The nightly practice then becomes a method to harmonize this conflict, to gently shift the inner feelings of lack to an inner knowing of abundance. This involves not only writing, but also deeply feeling the abundance within you and focusing on those feelings while gently dissolving the old feelings. It's about becoming a vibrational match to what you desire, and the first step is to allow yourself to feel it. The more you practice aligning your inner world with the outer world that you are creating, the more powerful your results will be. This congruency is crucial for manifestation, the alignment between inner state and outer vision. Now, let's add another layer, using visualization to amplify the feeling state of the ancient word. Visualization isn't just about creating a mental picture. Rather, it's about bringing that picture to life through all of your senses. When you combine the feeling of the vision with the words you speak, you are accelerating the process of manifestation and making the vision your reality. Let's say you desire a new car. Instead of just imagining the car, visualize yourself in the driver's seat. Feel the smooth texture of the steering wheel, smell the new car scent, hear the purr of the engine, and feel the excitement of the new experience. Engage all of your senses in this visualization, making it so real that you can almost reach out and touch it, and that feeling is how you magnetize that experience into your world. This creates an amplified feeling, which in turn will make your manifestation that much more powerful and compelling. Use all of your senses to bring it to life, and it will become real in your world. Visualization and feeling are the essential elements for manifestation to occur. And here's where it all begins to come together. Visualization plus feeling equals belief. This isn't merely a formula but a powerful cycle, and through the nightly practice, you are creating a clear path that leads directly to the desired outcome, where your inner state and outer reality become reflections of each other. Like a painter using different colors to create an image, visualization and feeling are the colors, and belief is the final masterpiece. As you consistently visualize and feel your desired reality, you're not just rehearsing a scene. Rather, you're building the very foundation of your experience. The inner work you do creates the outer world that you experience. You have the tools, and now it's time to use them with intention and focus, knowing that your inner world is the cause of your outer experience. This is the key to unlocking the ancient word and creating the life you truly desire. You are actively creating, and you are the artist of your reality. Now that we've delved deeply into the how of the nightly practice, it's time to introduce the framework of the 21-night commitment. Repeating this practice every night for 21 nights isn't an arbitrary number. Instead, it is rooted in scientific evidence that suggests it takes approximately 3 weeks to create a new neural pathway, solidifying new habits and beliefs. Think of it as the minimum time necessary to experience lasting change, and a clear time frame to commit to the practice. This is not a quick fix, but a dedicated process of rewiring your subconscious mind, creating new pathways of thought and feeling. The 21-night framework provides a structure that allows you to see the changes that are occurring over time. This isn't about forcing change, but about gently and consistently creating the space for new beliefs to form, and it is this consistency that will lead to lasting change. This process creates the foundation for your new reality. And when embarking on this 21-night commitment, it's essential to prioritize consistency over intensity, which is to say, doing the practice every night is far more effective than doing it sporadically with great effort. It's about establishing a steady rhythm, a gentle persistence that allows the new beliefs to take root, where each repetition acts as a reinforcement of your vision. Instead of trying to force results, which is often counterproductive, approach this with a calm consistency, where it is like a drip that eventually fills the bucket. It's not about perfection, but about showing up, day after day, and doing the practice, even when you don't feel like it. Over time, the steady accumulation of these small efforts is what will lead to transformative results. The consistency is more important than the intensity. It is the slow and steady approach that allows for deep transformation. Now, let's consider how to seamlessly integrate this practice into your daily routine, making it a seamless part of your life. The goal is to transform this practice into a sacred nightly ritual, where it is not a chore but something you look forward to. Consider setting a reminder on your phone or placing your journal by your bed, as subtle yet powerful cues that can ensure your consistency. Create a space that is free from distractions, a sanctuary where you can connect with your intention. It might be a quiet corner in your room or a specific time each night where you can be undisturbed. The goal is to create an environment that supports your practice and integrates effortlessly into your life, so that it is easy and simple to do each night. It's these small adjustments that make the biggest difference. Integrating this practice should be simple and effortless so that it becomes a regular part of your nightly routine. Here's where the pattern evolves. Consistency creates new pathways. By committing to the nightly practice, you are not just repeating words or actions, but you are literally building new neural connections in your brain. Each night, as you repeat the affirmations, feel them in your body, and visualize your desired outcome, you are reinforcing these new pathways, making them stronger and more dominant. Think of it like building a road, and each time you do the practice, you're laying another brick, widening the road and making it easier to travel. It is the consistent effort that creates the change. You are actively creating the pathways to your desired reality, solidifying new beliefs with every single repetition. Consistency is the key to lasting transformation, and each time you practice, you are reinforcing your belief system. And now, let's explore the power of letting go, a pivotal aspect of the manifestation process. After completing the nightly practice, it's crucial to release your attachment to the specific outcome, where you are trusting the process to unfold in its own perfect timing. It's not about giving up, but about trusting that the seeds you've planted are taking root and growing behind the scenes. Constantly checking on the manifestation or worrying about the specifics can hinder the process, as it introduces resistance. This attachment to the outcome is one of the largest reasons that many people fail in their manifestation journey, because they are not allowing the process to unfold. When you let go, you open yourself to receiving in ways that you may not have initially imagined. It's like a farmer who plants the seed and then trusts that it will grow, rather than digging it up every day to see if it's taking root. Release your attachment to the specifics and simply trust that the process will occur. Further, let's understand the true nature of trust and what it truly entails. Trust is not blind faith, but rather an active belief in the unseen process. a knowing that there is a force greater than you that is always working in your favor. It's a conviction that what you have set in motion will manifest in the perfect way at the perfect time. When you trust, you release the need to control the how and when, and instead, you allow the universe to orchestrate the details. Trust is more powerful than worry or doubt, as it allows for the space for the unfolding of your desires. It's like a trapeze artist who lets go, trusting that their team will catch them. The trust is what allows them to fly. It's about knowing that you are supported and that you are never alone. And even if you are unfamiliar with the feeling of trust, you can learn to embody that because it is available to you now. Trust is the foundational key that allows manifestation to occur. And now, let's consider how manifestation thrives on a sense of ease and flow, in contrast to force and resistance. When you are pushing against the tide, you create tension, which only serves to delay your desires. Rather, allow yourself to let go of the need to control the how and when, trusting that the universe is conspiring for your highest good. It's about aligning yourself with the natural rhythm of life, surrendering to the knowing that your desires are already on their way, and that when you step out of the way, the path will appear. It is similar to a river flowing effortlessly. It does not force its direction, but simply moves with the path of least resistance. True power is found in allowing, not in forcing, and when you adopt this understanding, you will find that manifestation occurs far more easily. Allowing creates the path of least resistance, which is always the quickest way to your desire. Here's where the final pattern of this section emerges. Letting go equals manifestation. This understanding reinforces that the relaxed state of allowing and trust is the key to allowing your desired reality to take form. It brings the focus back to the inner work that you have been doing, showcasing that the outer world is merely a reflection of your inner alignment. When you release your attachment to the outcome, you're creating space for it to appear without friction or resistance. It's similar to a sailboat, which allows the wind to guide it rather than trying to force it to go in a specific direction, which can actually hinder it. It's the combination of focused intention, consistent action, and a relaxed trust that allows for manifestation to occur, and you will now start to see how this works in your experience. This is not a passive act, but the most powerful action you can take. Now, let's consider how you will observe the subtle shifts that begin to occur from within. These inner changes are the initial signs that the process is working, clear evidence of your commitment to the nightly practice. You might find yourself feeling more peaceful, more centered, more confident, or more joyful, and these subtle shifts are not always obvious, but they are a direct consequence of the work that you are doing. It's the same as the roots of a plant growing underground, unseen, but essential to the plant's growth. You might notice that you are responding to situations differently than before, that you are less reactive, more calm, or that you are making decisions with greater clarity. These internal shifts are the most accurate evidence that your inner work is having an outer effect, and that the ancient word is beginning to change your reality. It is essential to recognize these internal changes as evidence that your manifestation is underway. And now, these internal shifts will begin to manifest in the external world as synchronicities, unexpected opportunities, and solutions that seem to materialize out of nowhere. These are not random occurrences. Rather, they are direct reflections of your shifted energy and a clear sign that the universe is responding to your inner state. For instance, if you are focusing on attracting a new relationship, you might find yourself unexpectedly meeting someone through a mutual friend. Or if you are focusing on financial abundance, you might suddenly receive an unexpected job offer or opportunity for growth. These opportunities come because you have become a vibrational match to them, where the external world is simply reflecting the changes that have occurred within. The more aligned you become, the more easily you will attract your desires, and the more obvious it becomes that you are on the right path. The outer world is simply responding to your inner world. Therefore, it is important to trust the process even when the shifts are unseen, and to recognize that you are moving in the right direction, even when you are not seeing immediate results. Transformation is not always an instantaneous process, and often the most profound changes happen gradually, behind the scenes. As with a plant growing underground, it takes time for the roots to grow before the plant breaks through the surface. Similarly, the inner changes you are making are taking root, laying the foundation for your new reality. Trust the process and trust the timing. You're on a journey, not a sprint, and every step you take is leading you closer to your goals. You will get there, and you are already well on your way. Even when unseen, you are moving in the right direction. And here's the final pattern for this section. Inner shift equals outer manifestation. This pattern reinforces the idea that the internal changes you are making are the precursors to the external changes you will see in your life. The subtle shifts you feel within are clear evidence that your practice is creating the very experience that you desire. And when you start to understand this, it reinforces the power that you hold. You are creating the foundation for your new reality from within, and the outer world is simply reflecting the new state of being that you have created. As we move further on this journey, you'll begin to see these shifts more clearly, building even more momentum for your transformation. The outer world will soon catch up to the inner work that you have done, and this will build on the foundation you have already created. Now we are setting the stage for an even deeper dive, a deeper exploration into the subtle shifts that have begun within you, where we will go into more detail on what those shifts are and how to amplify them. This is not the end of the journey, but rather just the beginning. The knowledge you have gained is just the first step, and as you continue to grow, you will continue to unlock greater levels of understanding, which will only continue to enhance your experience. The journey of manifestation is continuous, and it's an exciting process of growth and discovery. There is more to learn, more to uncover, and an incredible future to explore. And it is essential to recognize that this is a continual journey of growth and expansion, and that this is not a destination. The consistent use of the tools that you have learned will lead you to continuous personal evolution, and you will constantly be reaching new levels of understanding. The path of transformation is continuous, and each step that you take will bring you closer to the highest expression of yourself. The goal is not perfection, but the continued movement forward, and you are now equipped with everything that you need to do just that. You are actively participating in your own growth, and you are the author of your destiny. And you should know that by embracing these principles and continuing the practice, you're becoming a conscious creator of your reality, rather than a passive observer of your life. You have the power to create anything that you desire, and that with the tools you have been given, you can continue to grow and expand in every single area of your life. You are not limited by circumstances, but are instead the architect of your experiences. The power is always within you, waiting to be unlocked, and the knowledge we have covered today has simply given you the key. You are the master of your experience, and this is just the beginning. In the next section, you'll not only learn to recognize the subtle shifts, but you'll understand how to amplify them to create even greater transformation. This knowledge will not only give you more clarity, but it will continue to build upon your understanding of the ancient word, expanding your knowledge and increasing your mastery, and further unlocking the potential that you hold within you. Get ready, because the best is yet to come. Now, let's deepen our understanding of the mechanics of the ancient word, shifting the focus from the concept itself to the powerful internal state it unlocks. It's essential to recognize that the ancient word is not just a string of syllables. Rather, it is a tool designed to shift your internal state, the very engine that drives your reality. Your internal state, comprising your feelings, emotions, and beliefs, is the primary cause, while the external world acts as the effect, reflecting your inner landscape. Consider this: if you were to repeatedly state, "I am loved," but do so from a place of fear and insecurity, the external world will reflect that fear, no matter how many times you say the words. However, if you declare, "I am loved," from a space of deep inner peace, the external world will mirror that inner knowing. It is the feeling that carries the power, not the words alone. This crucial understanding reveals that true manifestation starts from within, and the ancient word is the key that unlocks that internal power. Your inner world is the cause, and your outer world is simply the reflection of that cause. Moving on, let's examine the critical role of emotional congruence in the manifestation process. Emotional congruence is a state where your inner feelings and your desired external outcome are in complete alignment, where your inner state mirrors the experience you wish to create. Using the ancient word, you are able to directly create that state of alignment and remove all resistance. If there is an internal conflict between what you say you want and what you truly feel, resistance will arise, which will prevent your desires from materializing. Imagine someone longing for wealth while simultaneously feeling unworthy or fearing financial loss. And in this instance, the conflicting emotions create a barrier, hindering the manifestation. The ancient word is designed to help you to dissolve this inner conflict by actively cultivating the feelings of abundance and letting go of the feelings of unworthiness. To create emotional congruence, you must actively participate in your own transformation. First, identify any conflicting emotions. Second, allow the old emotion to move through you. Third, intentionally choose the new feeling you would like to embody. Fourth, focus on that new feeling. This is not a passive process, but an active participation in the creation of your reality, where your inner feelings match the outer world you are creating. Now, let's explore the powerful role that belief plays in the manifestation of your desires. Belief is not just a passive concept, but rather a potent combination of feeling and knowing that your desired outcome is already a present reality, a certainty that resonates deep within your being. Belief is the firm foundation upon which your new reality is built, the fertile soil where your intentions take root and grow. The nightly practice you have begun is designed to reshape your belief systems so that they become congruent with your desires, gradually shifting from doubt to certainty. This is not about forcing belief, but about gently and consistently connecting with your inner knowing, that deep internal compass that guides you on your path. To connect with your knowing, begin by imagining that your desire is already fulfilled. How does that feel? What does that look like? What does that sound like? Allow that feeling to wash through you and know that it is already yours. This consistent practice will start to shift your belief system and allow you to feel as if what you want is already yours. The consistent practice is what solidifies this new belief. And now, let's solidify the pattern that has been emerging. That manifestation is not just about saying words, but about aligning your intention, feeling, and belief, a unified force that shapes your reality. The ancient word is the direct link between these three crucial elements, creating a cohesive understanding that your inner world directly creates your outer world. It's not just about the words you speak, but about the intention behind those words, the feeling they evoke, and the unwavering belief that they are true. Think of it like a three-legged stool, where intention, feeling, and belief are the three legs, and your manifestation is the seat. If one of those legs is unstable, the seat will be off balance. This is why consistent practice is crucial. The words are simply a tool for feeling the feeling of your desire, and it is that feeling that creates your reality. The feeling is always the key. Now, let's shift our focus to addressing internal resistance, which can often be a hidden obstacle that can prevent you from fully aligning with your desired outcomes. The process of identifying and addressing your inner conflicts is crucial, and these are not always obvious. It's essential to understand that resistance is a normal part of the process. It is not an indicator of failure, but rather an opportunity to refine your focus and align your energies. Resistance often shows up in many forms, such as feelings of doubt, fear, lack, or a general sense of unease. For example, if you want to attract a loving partner, you may have some underlying beliefs about being unlovable or unworthy, and those subconscious beliefs create the resistance that stops you from manifesting that desire. The key is to gently and compassionately identify these sources of resistance, bringing them into the light where they can be addressed. This is a crucial step that empowers you to take control of any obstacle that you may encounter on your manifestation journey. Let's move towards shifting your perspective from a place of lack to one of abundance, where you recognize that the universe responds to your state of being and not the need to achieve something. Your current state of being is your point of creation. It's not about desperately trying to get something you lack, but about fully embodying the feeling of already having it. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I can't afford it," that thought and feeling locks you into a lack mentality, which will prevent you from receiving. However, if you begin to cultivate a mindset of abundance by focusing on what you already have, while gently shifting your perspective and dissolving your feelings of lack, then you will start to move towards abundance. Techniques like gratitude and appreciation are very powerful tools for creating that feeling of abundance, because what you focus on expands, so focus on what you already have. This shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is already present, which aligns you with a feeling of abundance. The universe does not respond to your need, rather it responds to your feeling. Embody the feeling of abundance, and your outer world will reflect that. And now, let's address the role that fear plays in blocking your manifestations, and understand how to transmute that fear into empowerment. Fear is a powerful emotion that can create a strong barrier to your desired outcome, but it is not a truth. It is simply a feeling, which means that it can be changed. When you feel fear, it can manifest as anxiety about the future or a worry about failure, and it is the resistance that you feel when you are not aligned with your desired outcome. Rather than trying to suppress or ignore your fear, acknowledge it, feel it, and understand that it is only a feeling. By simply feeling the fear, you remove its power, and then you can choose to embody a different feeling. To transmute fear into empowerment, recognize the source of your fear, feel the feeling, and then choose the feeling that you would like to embody. For instance, if you are experiencing fear about the future, acknowledge that you are feeling fear, and then choose to feel excitement about the future. This simple shift will start to move your feeling state and give you the power to transform your fear into empowerment. Let's reinforce the pattern that is emerging. That by actively shifting your perspective and challenging your internal resistance, you are actively changing your reality. This is a crucial understanding, which empowers you to take control of your manifestation process. The ancient word and the nightly practice are designed to build your ability to consciously shift your perspective, and each time you use the tools, you are strengthening your ability to create your own reality. Think of it like turning the dial on a radio, and each time you do the practice, you are tuning yourself into your desired reality, gradually shifting the channel until you are fully aligned with your vision. This simple action of shifting perspective changes your reality from the inside out, and the more that you practice this, the easier it becomes. Now, let's explore how the nightly practice serves as an effective tool for aligning your internal state with your desired external outcomes, and this congruence is the key to manifestation. This practice is not merely a method. Rather, it's a powerful tool for creating that internal harmony, the alignment of intention, feeling, and belief. The consistent practice is designed to reinforce these new belief systems, creating a deep harmony that creates lasting transformation. The nightly practice is not about forcing change, but about gently, consistently, and compassionately guiding yourself toward the desired outcome. This consistent practice allows the ancient word to truly integrate into your being, and over time, this becomes your new reality. Each daily practice reinforces your belief system and moves you closer to your desired outcome. It is the consistent practice that unlocks the lasting change that you are seeking. Let's emphasize that the consistent application of the nightly practice is the key to creating momentum and strengthening the connection to your desired reality. It is not enough to do the practice occasionally. Rather, consistent action is the key to transforming your life. Think of it like building a muscle, where consistent repetition is the only way that you will grow stronger. Each time you do the practice, you are strengthening those new pathways, and the more consistently you practice, the more powerful it becomes. The importance of creating a nightly ritual cannot be overstated. It will greatly enhance the results of your manifestation journey, and the daily practice will compound to create the lasting changes you seek. It is the consistent effort that leads to the transformative result. Let's understand that all outer changes are simply reflections of the inner shifts, and it is the inner work that lays the foundation for any external transformation. This is a crucial understanding, because it means that you have the power to control your experience, as all external changes are simply a reflection of your internal state of being. The ancient word and the nightly practice are designed to help you master your inner world, which in turn allows you to master your outer reality. Think of it like building a house, where you must first lay the foundation before you can build the rest. The foundation is the inner work, and the building is the outer experience. The nightly practice is the key to mastering your personal reality, and all outer change comes from the inner shifts that you create. And now, let's reinforce the pattern that has been consistently emerging. That consistent practice equals manifestation. The nightly practice is not just an exercise, but rather a commitment to consistently aligning your inner world with the vision of your desired experience. This is a crucial understanding that the consistent effort is what makes your desire a reality. Each daily application compounds to create lasting change, and it is in this consistent practice that your inner world and outer world merge into one. It is not a one-time event. Rather, it is the consistent effort that leads to the lasting transformation. By tying it all back to the ancient word, you can now see that the consistent application is where the power truly lies. And now, let's emphasize that by now, you are a master of your own reality, and that you are now equipped with the tools and knowledge to create anything that you desire. The ancient word is a direct link to the power that is within you, and you are now consciously creating your own experiences. The power has always been within you, and it is your choice on how you wield it. You are the architect of your own life, and it is your choice on how you shape it. You are more powerful than you know. Let's understand that manifestation is a continuous journey and not a destination, and this is not a quick fix, but an ongoing process of personal evolution. The consistent use of the tools you now have will allow you to continue to grow and expand in every area of your life, and the nightly practice will allow you to continue to unlock more levels of your potential. The path of growth and expansion is infinite, and you are now equipped with the tools to go as far as you can dream. Let's emphasize that you have the power to choose your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and that you are not a victim of circumstance. You are not a passenger in your life. Rather, you are the driver, and you now hold the steering wheel. You have the tools, and you have the choice to shape your destiny. You are now equipped to create your own experience, and you are actively participating in your life. The power is in your hands. Let's reinforce the pattern that has now emerged, that mastery of your inner state equals mastery of your outer experience. This is a crucial understanding that what you create on the inside is what will manifest on the outside. And as you master your inner world, you will see how that translates to every facet of your life. This is a journey without end, an infinite path of self-discovery. And as you continue to apply the nightly practice, you will see that you are in complete control of your destiny. It is similar to a ship, where the captain steers the ship from the inside out, and you are now the captain of your own experience. And now, we are setting the stage for the next phase of our journey as we explore the subtle shifts in even greater detail. This will build upon the understanding that you already possess, unlocking new levels of insight and a deeper understanding of the ancient word. This will take your knowledge to the next level and will amplify the results you are already experiencing. Let's reiterate that your personal transformation is an ongoing process, and by continuing to use these tools and techniques, you will continue to expand into the greatest version of yourself. The nightly practice will continue to unlock more levels of your potential, and you will continue to grow. This journey is infinite, and there are no limits to what you can accomplish. And now, it's time to empower you to continue on your journey, knowing that you are now equipped with the knowledge and tools to create anything you desire. The consistent application of the methods that you now possess will create consistent results, and you now have the tools to shape your life. The power is now in your hands, so go forth and create the life of your dreams. Let's reinforce the pattern of infinite growth that you have now stepped into, as you continue to expand your knowledge and mastery of the ancient word and the nightly practice. This is not a destination, but a journey of continuous growth and development with unlimited potential. It is similar to a tree that continues to grow, reaching towards the sky, and you will continue to grow in your journey, reaching towards your highest potential. Now, let's delve deeper into the practical application of the ancient word, focusing on the power of the written word and how this practice amplifies your intention and brings your desires into reality. This isn't just about jotting down words on paper. It's about actively engaging with the subconscious mind through a deliberate act of conscious intention. Writing, in this context, becomes a powerful tool for slowing down and focusing your thoughts, creating a much stronger impact on your inner world. The very act of putting pen to paper, forming each letter with purpose and feeling, is a declaration of intent, a conscious effort to shape your reality, and this focused attention is what amplifies the power of your ancient word. Think of it like this: if you were to simply think, "I am healthy," your thoughts may be scattered and lack focus. However, when you write, "I am healthy," the act of writing slows you down and allows you to intentionally connect to the intention behind the words, creating a far greater impact on your subconscious. This is not just about writing words, it is about creating an opening to consciously communicate with your subconscious mind. Building on this, it's critical to understand that the true power of the written word lies not just in the words themselves, but in the feeling they evoke within you. You can write the words, "I am abundant," 1,000 times, but if you do not feel the feeling of abundance, those words will fall flat. The feeling is what brings the words to life, creating the energetic bridge to your desired outcome. To truly harness the power of writing, you must also cultivate the feeling state, which is the key to manifestation. Think of it like this. Writing the words is like planting a seed, but feeling the emotion behind the words is like watering it, and without that emotional charge, the seed will never grow. Before you write, take a moment to connect with the feeling of already having your desire fulfilled. Allow it to wash over you, and then as you write, allow that feeling to flow through you, imbuing the words with the energy that will manifest your desires. It is the feeling that creates reality. The words are just a tool to access that. Now, let's examine the receptive state of the subconscious mind, particularly during the moments right before sleep, and how the nightly practice takes advantage of this natural receptivity. The subconscious mind is like a fertile garden, most open to receiving new seeds in the quiet and stillness, which is precisely the state you are in right before falling asleep. Whatever thoughts you entertain in those final moments before sleep tend to take root, so you must be very conscious of what you allow into your awareness. This is why the nightly practice is so important, because it ensures that you are the one that is choosing the thoughts that are taking root and creating the foundation for your new reality. Your subconscious mind does not filter, it simply accepts whatever it is given, so use the nightly practice to ensure you are only feeding it the most supportive and empowering thoughts. Think of it like this. If you were to go to sleep worrying about all of your problems, then those worries will simply grow in your subconscious, and that becomes your reality. But if you go to sleep with thoughts of abundance and joy, then that is what will grow. The choice is always yours. Let's now solidify the pattern that we have been building, that the written word, when combined with the feeling of your desire already being real, serves as a powerful tool for reprogramming your subconscious mind. The nightly practice is designed to bridge the gap between your conscious intention and your subconscious beliefs, and create an opening for lasting transformation. This is the true power of the ancient word, to create a bridge between your inner world and outer reality. The power is in the feeling behind the words, and that feeling is amplified through the focused attention of the act of writing. Think of it like this. Writing is the code, feeling is the energy, and the subconscious mind is the computer, which is all working together to create a new experience. This powerful combination is what will transform your life. Now, let's navigate the initial challenges that you might face, and understand that it is common to experience discomfort or resistance when starting the nightly practice. This is because the new beliefs that you are attempting to instill will inevitably challenge your old thought patterns, causing a sense of unease. The resistance can come in many forms, such as feelings of doubt, frustration, or impatience, and it's important to recognize that this resistance is not a sign that the practice is failing, but rather a sign that the old self is attempting to hold onto the past. When you feel that resistance, acknowledge it, understand it, and then gently move forward, knowing that each time you choose to continue the practice, you're getting closer to your desired outcome. It is like when you are working out and your muscles get tired. That is a sign that you are growing stronger, and the same is true with your mind. The resistance is an indicator that you are making progress. It's crucial to release the need for immediate results and understand that the nightly practice works on a much deeper level, and the true transformation occurs subtly over time. This is not about chasing results, but rather trusting that the process will unfold naturally in its own time. The subconscious mind is much like a garden, and it requires consistent effort and time for seeds to take root and grow into something magnificent. And like a garden, it cannot be forced. This requires faith and a deep knowing that you are creating something beautiful without needing to control exactly how or when. To let go of the need to control, you must understand that the universe is working in your favor, and it will give you exactly what you need at the exact right time. The results will come, but the focus must be on the process and not the outcome. Let's shift your perspective from thinking that you have to make something happen to understanding that you are aligning with the natural flow of the universe, and the nightly practice is a tool to help you to harmonize with this effortless process. The desire to force an outcome or an intense effort is actually the resistance, and this reveals that you are out of alignment with what you are trying to create. Instead, surrender to the process, trust that you are being guided, and that everything will unfold with ease. Think of it like a river flowing. Trying to force the river to go somewhere will create resistance, but simply going with the flow allows it to reach its destination naturally. So, rather than forcing, allow, and watch how the universe begins to conspire in your favor when you are not resisting it. The power is always in the release. Let's solidify the pattern that we have been building. That resistance blocks manifestation, and by releasing the need to control, you are allowing the natural process of manifestation to occur effortlessly. The nightly practice is designed to assist you in aligning with the natural flow of the universe, allowing you to co-create with ease and with trust. This is the true power of the ancient word, to gently guide you to surrender. And in the surrender, you find the most incredible power, because in the release, you allow creation to simply unfold. Think of it like a sailboat, where resistance is like fighting the wind, and surrendering is using the wind to reach your destination. Trust is the key that unlocks all manifestation. Now, let's observe the subtle shifts that begin to occur and recognize them as clear evidence that the transformation is already taking place, even if it is not yet visible to the outer eye. The first signs of change will be on the inside, as your inner world begins to shift and realign with your desires before any outer manifestation occurs. You might start to feel more calm, more confident, more grateful, or you might start to notice more clarity and focus. These internal shifts are the foundational building blocks of your new reality and must be recognized as an important step in the process. The external world is simply a reflection of the inner world, so the inner changes must happen first. Think of it like this: you build a house from the inside out, and the same is true with manifestation. The changes start from within and eventually ripple out to the world around you. These inner shifts are proof that something is working behind the scenes. As you continue to use the nightly practice, you will start to notice unexpected synchronicities and opportunities in your outer world, and understand that these are not random, but rather a direct reflection of the new vibration that you have cultivated within you. The universe will begin to present opportunities, solutions to problems, new insights, and surprising connections that move you closer to your desired outcome. And these are the breadcrumbs that show you that the practice is having an effect. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, and as you raise your vibration, it will begin to mirror that, and you will see the outer world changing around you. Think of it like this: if you focus on love, you will see love everywhere, and these are not coincidences, they are direct manifestations of your internal state. Pay attention to these clues, and understand that they are confirmations that the nightly practice is working. Now, let's explore how to shift your perspective from a mindset of wanting to a feeling of already having, and how the nightly practice facilitates this crucial shift. You must understand that as long as you are in the wanting, you are in the vibration of lack, and this will block your manifestation. But as soon as you embody the feeling of already having your desire fulfilled, then that is the moment that you shift into the frequency of receiving. The nightly practice will help you to consistently move into that feeling state, so that it begins to feel natural rather than forced. To connect to that feeling, close your eyes, imagine you already have what you want, and feel the joy, the peace, the love, and know that it is already yours, because in the energetic realm it already is, and now you are simply allowing it to move into the physical realm. This shift is crucial for moving from wanting to having, and in this new feeling state your desire will manifest. This is the key to the ancient word, which is the power of feeling. Let's solidify the pattern that the combination of internal shifts, external opportunities, and the shift from wanting to knowing are all evidence of your powerful manifestation abilities. The nightly practice is the tool to help you to move from doubt into certainty, and this certainty is what will create your new reality. This is the power of the ancient word to help you to transform your perspective, so that you not only see your desire manifesting, but that you know that it is already real. Think of it like this: you have planted the seed, the roots are growing, and the plant is starting to sprout, and all you must do is continue to trust, knowing that the outcome is already real. This shift in perspective allows you to move from trying to creating. And now, let's understand that the nightly practice is not a temporary fix, but rather a powerful tool for continuous self-improvement and personal expansion. And you are not doing this to reach a destination, but rather you are choosing to embark on an infinite journey of growth and potential. This practice is designed to help you to continually evolve, expand, and create a life that is in alignment with your most authentic desires. The potential that is available to you is unlimited, and the nightly practice is a tool that will allow you to continue to unlock that potential and live the greatest life possible. Think of it like this: a muscle continues to grow stronger with consistent use, and the same is true for the mind. As you continue to practice, your manifestation abilities will continue to grow. This is a path of infinite growth and possibility. It's also important to continually refine your intention and your vision as you grow, because as you evolve, your desires will also evolve, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. The path is open to infinite heights, and your potential is unlimited, and it is important to constantly update your vision so that it continues to expand in all directions. You are not creating your reality once, but constantly, and this is a dance between your current awareness and the infinite possibilities available to you. Think of it like an artist who continually refines their skill so they can continually create greater and greater art. This is a path of continual growth and expansion. Let's also recognize the importance of self-reflection and gratitude in the manifestation process, as reflecting on your journey will allow you to see how far you have already come and how much you have already created. Gratitude is a powerful fuel that accelerates the manifestation process because what you focus on expands. When you reflect on all that you have already created and all that you have already become, that gives you the power to create even more in the future. Think of it like this. If you are driving a car, you must always look behind you to see where you have been, so that you can understand how to navigate the road in front of you. Gratitude is the fuel for your continued creation. Let's solidify the pattern that your growth mindset will lead to infinite potential, because there are no limits to what you can achieve, and each time you use the nightly practice, you are continually expanding and unlocking new levels of understanding and stepping into the greatest version of yourself. This is not a destination, but a continual journey of growth, expansion, and realizing more of your full potential, which is unlimited. Think of it like a spiral that continues to expand in all directions, creating new possibilities and new experiences. This is the power of your mind, and it is completely unlimited. Now, let's move into how you begin to actively participate in the unfolding reality and recognize the subtle signs that are guiding you towards your desires, because the universe is always communicating with you, and now you will be able to recognize these messages. These synchronicities are not random occurrences, but rather intentional signposts, guiding you along your path, and if you are paying attention, you will see that they are all conspiring to bring your desires to life. You might begin to notice certain numbers appearing repeatedly, or you might find yourself running into a specific person that you need to meet, or you might hear a song or see a phrase that reminds you of your intentions, and at first, you may just think that these are random coincidences, but over time, you will see the pattern and the clear direction that the universe is guiding you towards. As they become more and more frequent, this is not just about noticing the signs, but understanding the specific meaning they carry for you and how they relate to your manifestation. This is not a passive observation, but an active participation in the unfolding reality, and you are beginning to understand the secret language of the universe. So, start paying attention to the subtle cues, because they are speaking directly to you. Beyond just noticing these signs, the next step is to amplify the internal shifts that you are experiencing, because your feelings are the language of your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is creating the reality you are experiencing. You will begin to feel more at peace, more confident, more grateful, and these subtle shifts can be amplified by simply acknowledging them, taking a moment to feel into the positive change. The more you notice and appreciate these shifts, the more deeply they take root in your subconscious, creating even more momentum. This process of internal acknowledgement acts as a catalyst for further positive changes, and it confirms to your subconscious mind that you are moving in the right direction. This is not just about feeling good, it is about consciously directing your inner world, and when you align your inner world with your desires, you accelerate the process. Think of it like this. Every time you acknowledge a positive shift, you are watering a seed, and that seed will continue to grow. This act of conscious awareness is what begins to solidify your new reality. Let's now explore the next phase, which is shifting from a passive observer to an active participant in your manifestation process, because you are not just watching your reality unfold, you are shaping it with every thought, emotion, and belief, and your active participation is what accelerates your process. This doesn't mean you must force things to happen, but it does mean that you must take intentional action that aligns with your desired outcome. If you want more abundance, this may mean starting a business or asking for a raise. If you want more love, this may mean opening yourself up to new relationships and showing the world who you are. If you want more health, This may mean making conscious choices around nutrition and exercise. This is about stepping into the version of yourself that already has what you desire, and taking actions that support that reality, because that is who you are, and that is what you are creating. So, rather than hoping that things will change, begin to actively participate in creating that change, because you are in the driver's seat. This is not about waiting, but acting. Now let's solidify the pattern that your active participation in the unfolding process, combined with your conscious awareness, is what accelerates your manifestation, and that this allows you to consciously participate in the dance of creation, rather than passively watching from the sidelines. Think of it like this. You are not just a dancer following the music, you are the composer of the music and the dancer, and each step you take is an intentional expression of your unique creativity. Every choice you make, every action you take, is all part of a conscious creation, and this accelerates your movement into the next chapter. You are the artist, and your life is your canvas, and each choice you make is another stroke of the brush. It is this active participation combined with your growing awareness that allows the manifestation process to unfold. You are not just observing, you are creating. Now, let's delve into the power of I am statements, because this is where you embody the reality that you desire and shift from wanting to having. I am is the most powerful statement you can make, because it is a declaration of your identity. It is a vibrational statement, and it activates the energy of that reality into your field. Saying, I want to be wealthy, keeps you in the state of wanting, which is a state of lack. But saying, I am wealthy, is a declaration of your current state, and your reality must reflect the vibration of that statement. This is not just about thinking the words, but also deeply feeling the truth of the statement, allowing that vibration to ripple through your entire being. Each time you say, I am, you are claiming that as your truth, and your subconscious mind begins to accept that as your reality. This is the quickest way to shift your identity, and by saying, I am, combined with a feeling state, the subconscious has no choice but to accept the new reality. Let's shift your perspective to living from the end result, because it's the key to effortlessly attracting your desires, as this is the place where you become a vibrational match for your desires. Living from the end result is about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality you desire, instead of focusing on what is currently lacking. When you live from the end result, you behave as though your desire is already real, and when you do, you create the perfect vibrational match that manifests your desire. If you want to be a confident public speaker, you might start practicing in front of a mirror, imagining yourself speaking to a large audience and feeling the confidence that comes with it. If you want to be in a loving relationship, you might start acting as though you are already in that relationship by showing yourself love and feeling the joy that love brings. This is not about pretending. It is about feeling the reality as if it is already here, because in the energetic realm it is, and that is what allows it to come into the physical realm. This is the key to manifestation. It's a feeling and not a thought. Let's explore how the shift from wanting to knowing happens when you begin to feel that your desired reality is not just a possibility, but your current truth. It is not enough to just believe in your desires. You must know. And this knowing comes from fully embodying the feeling of already having your desire fulfilled. This shift is not a mental exercise. It is a deep visceral understanding that what you desire is real, and the nightly practice is what allows you to feel that it is already here. When you connect to this knowing, there is no doubt, there is no resistance, there is only a deep certainty that it is so, because you have felt it, you have experienced it. If you desire love, it is not enough to believe that love is possible. You must feel the love that already exists within you and know that it is already yours. If you desire wealth, it is not enough to imagine being wealthy. You must feel the abundance that is already within you. This knowing comes from feeling, and it is this combination of feeling and knowing that solidifies your new reality. This is the power of your embodiment, and it is key to creation. Now, let's solidify the pattern. That embodiment of your new reality, combined with the feeling of knowing, transforms your identity, and that it makes your desired outcome your new normal, because it is already a part of you, and it is that feeling that solidifies the new identity. This is why the nightly practice is so powerful. It allows you to create that embodied knowing, which in turn changes your identity. Think of it like an actor who begins to embody the role they are playing. At first, they are just acting, but over time, they become the character, and the boundaries between the actor and the character begin to blur, and the same is true with your manifestation. You begin to embody your desired outcome until it becomes your reality. This is not a change that is forced, but one that occurs naturally through consistent practice and a deep feeling of knowing, which comes from the embodiment and the nightly practice. Let's now shift into how you begin to actively choose your reality and move from feeling like you are at the mercy of circumstance to stepping into the truth of your power. You are not a victim of your circumstances, but rather a powerful creator, and you have the ability to choose your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs, which in turn create your reality. Even if you are not conscious of it, you are always choosing, and by choosing consciously, you take control of your creation process and begin to steer your ship. If you feel overwhelmed, you can choose to feel calm. If you feel insecure, you can choose to feel confident. And each time you make a conscious choice, you create a new reality. This doesn't mean that you will never face challenges, but it does mean that you choose how you respond to them, and this choice is where all of your power lies. So, begin to consciously choose your reality, because you are the artist of your experience. Let's explore how to consciously create your thoughts and feelings, because you are not at the mercy of your emotions, and that through your intention, you have complete power and control of your internal world, which then in turn creates your outer reality. Your emotions are simply a reflection of your thoughts, and by choosing the thoughts that you think, you are also choosing the emotions that you experience, and that is how you create your entire experience. When you feel insecure, you can choose thoughts and feelings that support self-love and confidence. When you feel fear, you can choose thoughts that support courage and peace, and each time you consciously make these choices, you take back your power and begin to create a life that is in alignment with your vision. This is not about suppressing your emotions, but rather consciously choosing more empowering thoughts and feelings, which creates your experience. You have the power to direct your mind, so use it. Now let's shift your perspective from reacting to external events to proactively creating your desired reality, which means that you are not just responding to what happens, but that you are the one creating what happens. You don't have to ignore the things that happen, but you must understand that your response to it is what creates your experience. If something frustrating happens, you can choose to react with anger and frustration, or you can choose to respond with peace and grace, knowing that you have the power to create a new experience at any time. If you see a challenge, you can choose to see it as an obstacle, or you can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth, and your choice is what dictates your experience. This is where the ancient word becomes incredibly powerful, because it allows you to create the thoughts that create the feelings that create your new experience, and the nightly practice is what makes it a reality. This is not about trying to control what happens, but rather choosing how you respond. You are the driver of your experience. Now let's solidify the pattern. Your active choice of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs is what creates the reality that you desire, and that manifestation is not a passive process, but an active act of conscious creation, and that each choice is like a new brush stroke on the canvas of your life. This connects back to the power of the ancient word and the nightly practice, and how it is a tool for taking control of your creation process, allowing you to make a conscious choice in every moment, and your consistent choices are what shapes your entire experience. Think of it like this. A painter is consciously choosing the colors, knowing that each color will create a different effect on the painting, and the same is true of your choices, which create your experience. You are the artist, and you are in complete control of the process. This is conscious creation in action. Let's recap and bring together all the core principles of the ancient word and see how they all connect and flow together, because you must have all elements for manifestation to occur. The core principles are intention, feeling, belief, repetition, trust, and embodied knowing. And when these principles are combined, they unlock your full creative potential. Intention is the seed, feeling is the water, belief is the soil, repetition is the sunlight, trust is the gardener, and embodied knowing is the harvest, and they all work together in perfect harmony. If one is missing, the entire process is compromised, so it's important to understand how they are all interconnected. Think of it like a symphony. Each instrument plays its own role, but it is when they all come together that they create the masterpiece, and the same is true with manifestation. Each element is equally important. Let's re-emphasize the idea that your inner and outer worlds are deeply interconnected, and how they are not separate, but rather one continuous flow of energy, and the outer world is always a reflection of your inner state, and that is why the inner world must be addressed first. When you master your inner world, you are mastering your outer experience, and what you focus on in your inner world is what you will begin to see reflected in your outer world. If your inner world is chaotic, your outer world will be chaotic, and if your inner world is at peace, your outer world will reflect that peace, and the nightly practice is what helps you to create the bridge between the inner and outer worlds. This is a deep understanding of how reality is created. Think of it like a mirror. The outer world is always a reflection of the inner world. So to change the reflection, you must first change the source. The outer world can only mirror the inner state. Now let's underscore the importance of the nightly practice, which is the foundation for all lasting transformation, as it allows you to consistently reprogram your subconscious mind and create the new reality that you desire, because consistency is the key to mastery. The nightly practice allows you to consistently align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, which in turn creates the reality that you experience. This is not about reaching a destination, it is about continually growing and evolving. Like the foundation of a house, the nightly practice provides the support and structure for everything you are building, so you must be consistent to have a solid foundation. It is the regular practice that creates the changes in your inner world, that then reflect in your outer world. Now, let's solidify the pattern that the integration of core principles through consistent practice is the key to mastery, allowing you to fully realize your potential, because it is all of them working together that unlocks the greatest power. By integrating these elements, you become the master of your experience, and you have the power to create anything that you desire. This mastery is an ongoing journey of growth and expansion, and it is the consistency of the nightly practice that will make it all a reality. Think of it like a symphony where all the instruments come together to create something beautiful. Each instrument has its own part to play, but it is only when they all come together that the full potential of the music is revealed. The same is true of these core principles. Now, let's transition to the final thoughts by understanding that this is not the end of your journey, but rather a new beginning, and that the possibilities ahead of you are limitless. And this is only the beginning of your expansion into the limitless potential that is available to you. This is not a destination you are arriving at, but an infinite path of growth, and you have all the tools, knowledge, and abilities to continue to evolve, expand, and create a reality that is in alignment with your most authentic desires. This is a moment to celebrate, but it's also a moment to look ahead at the infinite possibilities that are in store for you. This is not the end of the road. It is only the beginning of your infinite potential and the expansion of what is possible. Let's also extend an invitation for you to continue exploring these concepts, deepen your understanding, and refine your skills in conscious creation. Because as you grow, your understanding will also grow, and what you discover in the future will also add to this foundation. There are infinite possibilities waiting for you, and this journey is one of continual exploration and discovery. Your potential is unlimited, and as you continue to explore the ancient word, you will continue to unlock new levels of understanding and power. I invite you to continue exploring these concepts and to unlock new levels of your own potential. Let's reiterate the power you hold, because you are a powerful creator, and you have the ability to create anything you desire. And this is not just wishful thinking, it is your birthright, and you are only just starting to realize the power that you hold. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, and you have the potential to create the life of your dreams, so never forget who you are, and never forget the power that you possess. You are a powerful creator, and you have everything you need to create the life of your dreams. And now, to set up the next section, understand that the outro will help solidify all that you have discovered, and it will provide you with the call to action that will support you on your journey. So stay with me until the end, because it will bring all these pieces together. It is very important that you continue to deepen this knowledge, and the next section is designed to solidify all the concepts and ideas that we have explored, while also providing you with a clear path forward. Now that you have these powerful tools, the outro will help solidify them and provide a call to action that will support you on your journey. So, let's now bring this all together and reveal the true nature of the ancient word. Because as you now understand, it was never about some magical phrase, but rather a key to unlocking the immense power that has always resided within you. This ancient word is the intentional creation that combines focused language, aligned emotion, and the subconscious mind, and the nightly practice was designed to help you access it. It's the understanding that your thoughts, when infused with feeling, become the very blueprint of your reality, and it is you who holds the pen, and it is you who is creating the blueprint. The words themselves are simply a vehicle for your intention, and the same words can create very different results based on the feeling that they carry, so the power is in the intention and not the specific words. Think of it like a radio frequency. You must be tuned into the frequency of your desire to receive it, and the ancient word and nightly practice are how you tune yourself into that frequency. It was never outside of you, it was always inside. Now, let's connect the dots and see how this all ties together, because what we've explored is a clear and consistent pattern. Your inner state creates your outer experience, and feeling is the bridge between the two. Manifestation occurs through a clear sequence that begins with your intention, is then fueled by your feeling, and is then solidified by your belief. The nightly practice is the very tool that harmonizes these three elements, allowing you to deliberately create your experience. This isn't just some abstract concept, it's the very structure of creation. From the moment we started this journey, we've been building this understanding, layering concept upon concept to reveal this very truth, and this truth is now the blueprint to create your reality and everything you desire. Now, you fully understand the process. Let's now solidify the understanding of the role of your subconscious mind, because this is where the real change takes place, and this is what the nightly practice was designed to do. Your subconscious is the garden of your mind, and through the nightly practice, you are planting new seeds, reprogramming any limiting beliefs, and cultivating empowering ones. The subconscious is most receptive just before sleep, and that is why the practice is done at night, to take advantage of this natural cycle, making reprogramming natural and effortless. This reprogramming is not instantaneous, but requires consistency and repetition, and over time, these new beliefs become deeply ingrained, and they then begin to shape your actions, and then your actions shape your reality. This process is like planting a seed. You must water it and give it sunlight, and over time it will grow, and the same is true of your subconscious. You now fully understand the mechanism. Now, consider this. With the understanding of the ancient word, your perspective of reality has completely shifted. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, but rather the architect of your experience, and you are now empowered to create anything you desire. The choice is yours, and you are the one who decides how you experience your life. When you consciously choose to embrace the ancient word, you are actively taking charge of your own journey and becoming the cause, and no longer the effect. You now understand that it is your choice, and the ancient word has given you the mechanism to have more control of that choice. It is time for you to take back your power. Let's place the ancient word within the context of your own personal responsibility, because you are not just a passive participant, but an active co-creator of your life. And it is not just a theory that we have been discussing, but a practical method that you can use to shape your daily experience. You are now empowered to transform your experience, and that transformation begins with the choices that you make and the thoughts that you think, which then in turn shape your reality. You are stepping into a place of self-agency and no longer at the mercy of external factors. You are the one who is in control. Now consider the pattern, because the core pattern of aligning your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs is the key to manifesting your desires. This understanding is the very blueprint of creation, and it allows you to bring anything that you desire into your experience, and the nightly practice is designed to help you reinforce that framework. It is the tool that allows you to create lasting change, and it unlocks the infinite potential that resides within you, and it supports your manifestation journey because it is in alignment. Now you understand that you have been given the key. Now let's look at the larger picture, because the implications of consciously using the ancient word extend far beyond just your individual life, but has the potential to transform the world into a place of harmony. This is not just a personal practice, but a way to create a new reality for everyone. And as more and more people begin to use this tool, the world will begin to shift into a place where anything is possible. You are now a part of that movement, and the changes you make within yourself will have a ripple effect on the world around you. You are creating a new world. True transformation occurs by shifting your inner state, and not by trying to force the external world to change. And this is what the nightly practice is designed to do. It connects you to the power of the ancient word and helps facilitate that internal transformation. This is not just about creating a new external reality, but also creating a new version of yourself, and you are continuously evolving into that best version through the application of the daily practice. This is how you consistently grow, expand, and become more of who you are meant to be. It was always about your inner state first. So let's revisit the initial questions, the ones about the nature of reality and your ability to control it, because you now have all of the answers and the specific keys that will allow you to intentionally create your experience. The power has always been within you, and you now know how to access it because you have been given the method and you have been given the knowledge. All of the initial questions are now resolved into one cohesive understanding. You now understand. Let's also revisit the patterns, because the patterns that we have explored, like the journey from inner to outer, the importance of feeling, and the power of repetition, are the very keys to manifestation, and that all the parts work together in a systematic way. These patterns are the blueprint to creation, and the method provided allows you to continue to reinforce these patterns in order to bring all of your desires to life. All the patterns are interconnected and reinforce each other. You now see that they all work together. The mystery of the ancient word is now resolved, because it's the power of your conscious intention, combined with emotional alignment and the consistent practice of embodying your desired reality. What seemed complex at the beginning is now simple and easy to understand. It is the intentional use of language, with the feeling of already having what you desire, and the nightly practice is the tool that reinforces that understanding. You now know the answer, and you now know how to use it, and the power that has always resided within you is now available to you. The mystery is now resolved. And with that understanding comes a sense of resolution, because you now have everything that you need, and you are not missing anything. The power has always been within you, and it is now time to use it, releasing any tension that may have been present since the beginning. You are whole, and you are complete, and you are powerful, and you now have the tools, knowledge, and potential to create anything that you desire. There is nothing standing in your way. You have everything you need. And now, as you embark on this new chapter, understand that this is not the end of your journey, but rather a new beginning with infinite possibilities, and you have been given the keys to continue on your path. As you continue to deepen your understanding, new questions will arise, and that exploration is part of the process. The journey never ends. There is so much more to explore. I also invite you to continue exploring these concepts, deepening your understanding, and refining your skills in conscious creation. Because as you grow, your understanding will also grow, and you will discover new levels of your own potential. There is an infinite journey of exploration and discovery that awaits you as you continue to learn and expand into all that you are meant to be. There is so much more available to you. And remember, you are a powerful creator, and you have the ability to create anything you desire. This is not just wishful thinking, but your birthright, and the power that you hold is infinite. You have the tools, the knowledge, and the potential to create the life of your dreams, so never forget who you are, and never forget the power that you possess. You are a powerful creator, and you have everything you need. Now, let's make this a reality. Commit to the nightly practice, because it is the tool that will help you to solidify all that you have discovered, and it will continue to support you on your journey. It is the key to continue to grow and evolve into the best version of yourself, and to bring all of your dreams into reality, because consistency is the key. Make the choice to begin your practice tonight.